So Companies Act, around 10 marks, minimum 10 marks will come from this chapter. Very, very important chapter, guys. Okay. So guys, the Companies Act 2013. Before that, any Companies Act was there? New student, please raise your hands. Do you know which act was there? Before Companies Act 2013, there was new act, Companies Act. Which year? Do you know that? Anybody? Please raise your hands. Companies Act 2013. Before that, there were one act. Now Companies Act. No one knows that. Huh? Yes, bolo. 1986, not 86. 1956. Okay. So before this, 1956 was there. Now we are studying Companies Act 2013. Okay. So after studying this chapter, you will be able to understand company, form of business organization and its feature. Features of company, I think everybody knows. Everybody knows. You had heard that in your PUC. We will check that. Corporate veil theory, classes of companies under the Companies Act, how many kinds of companies are there, types of companies, registration of companies, then memorandum of association and article of association. MOA and AOA are the chartered document of the company. Okay. So introduction, the Companies Act 2013 was enacted to consolidate and amend the law. What is the meaning of amendment, guys? Bringing the changes. Amendment is what? Bringing the changes. So right now you don't have book, you can note down these new words in your notebook. Okay. So amendment is what? Changes. And what is the meaning of consolidate? Consolidate. Consolidation you had not done in accountancy. Champions of account. Yes, consolidation. Yes. What is consolidation? Combining anything. Okay. So Companies Act 2013 was enacted to consolidate and amend the law relating to companies. The Companies Act 2013 was preceded by the Companies Act 1956. So earlier 1956 was there. So they had consolidated some provision from 1956 and they brought in 2013 and they amended. What was outdated in 1956? No, they amended, they brought the changes in that and Companies Act 2013 came. So consolidated and amended. Okay. Due to change in the national and international economic environment. If I'll talk about economic, yes Anusha, it relates to what? Economic. This word is related to what? What, Omkar? No. If I am talking about economic environment in the country. Okay. What else? Anyone? Huh? Very good. He is first PU only. Financial environment. Economy is money, guys. Economic, political environment related to politics. Social environment related to society. Economic environment means related to financial environment. Okay. So due to change in national and international economic environment and to facilitate expansion and growth of our company, the central government decided to replace the Companies Act 1956 with the new legislation. Legislation is law. The Companies Act 2013 contains 470 sections and 7 schedules. Please underline 470 sections and 7 schedules. The one who are having books, you can underline. Okay. So it is replaced, guys, and it came with the new concept and 470 sections and 7 schedules. The entire act has been divided into 29 chapters. A substantial part of this act is in the form of companies rule. Now I wanted to ask you normal English, what is the meaning of substantial? Substantial. Please raise your hands. Anyone who knows that? Substantial part is what? Yes. Important. Yes. So as you said something, Digant. Majority. Yes. Substantial is what? If it is 100%. If I am telling about 100%, Out of that, how much will be the substantial? 20%, 30%, 50 or more than 50? Huh? Not average. Substantial means, guys, the majority part, at least more than half. Are you getting? What is the meaning of substantial? More than half. So more than 50% is called the substantial part. Okay. So when they brought Companies Rule 2013, after 1 year they brought Companies Act 2013. After they brought Companies Rule 2014, and in that majority the rule they brought. Okay. So Companies Act 2013 with Companies Rule 2014. Okay. The Companies Act 2013 aims, what was the aim of, why they brought this Companies Act 2013? The aim to improve corporate governance, plus simplify regulation, strengthen the interest of minority investors, and for the first time legislates the role of whistleblowers. So these are the new things they brought with the Companies Act 2013. What is the meaning of corporate governance? Anybody knows what is the meaning of governance, guys? Yes? Anybody, new student, do you know what is the meaning of corporate? What is the meaning of corporate first? Corporate means what? Private sector? Only private sector? Yes, Omkar? Corporate, you have not heard? Okay, you didn't study the business studies. Okay. So corporate is what, guys? Yes, Anusha? Danyata? Companies, firms, any company, private, public, listed company. Okay. So when you will become the CFO, chartered accountant, where you will go, guys? You are going to start a shop? You are going to start a shop or what? You will enter into corporate only, and that are the big firms, companies and all called corporate. Then what is governance? What is governance? Yes, Nabiha? Managing. Yes? Huh? Administration. Yes. Then who are administering the companies? Very good, man. Mayank to all India rank आने वाला है. He is in first few, na second few. Okay. So guys, what is corporate governance? I'll tell you. Corporate are the companies and firms. Then someone will there know to govern these companies. At your home, who are governing yours? You? Huh? Your parents are they are governing you. So companies are there. Who will govern them? So there are regulators. Please note down. Regulators. So first of all, corporate governance is the compliances, guys. Compliances. Governance is what? Compliances. So what is compliances then? There will be regulators. Who will be the regulators? Yes? New versus new? Yes? Huh? MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Please note down regulators. MCA, ROC, Registrar of Companies. SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. NSE, BSE, stock exchanges. They are the regulators. MCA, ROC, SEBI, NSE, BSE, stock exchanges. Everyone please note down, the new student. So guys, if there is any working in the company, any activity, so who will look after that? You are, as a company, you are working well. So these are how your parents are they are governing you. So these agencies are governing a company. So MCA is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. ROC is the Registrar of Companies. SEBI is the Security Exchange Board of India. NSE, National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, these are the recognized stock exchanges. So they will put some legal formalities on the company. Please note down, legal formalities imposed by the regulators, legal formalities imposed by the regulators to the companies. Legal formalities imposed by the regulators imposed by the regulators to the companies, comma, companies are bound to follow that. Companies are bound or comply. Please note down, bound or comply. Companies are bound to comply that. That is called compliances. That is called the compliances or governance. That is called compliances or governance. So did you get the meaning of corporate governance, guys? Everyone? Any doubt in this? New student? Any doubt in this? So who are imposing the legal formalities? Who are imposing? Regulators. Regulators. Who are the regulators? Who are the regulators? MCA, ROC, SEBI, stock exchanges, they are the regulators. They are imposing the legal formalities on the company, and who are complying and fulfilling that? Companies are fulfilling. That is called the corporate governance or compliances. So governance word, what is the other word? Compliances, guys. Okay. So when they brought the Companies Act 2013, they wanted to improve the corporate governance, simplifying the regulation, strengthen the interest of minority investors. If you are, suppose you are a minor investor in any company, but if company will not hear you, like they will say you are the minor investor, we will not hear you. There are many provisions in Companies Act 2013 who are protecting minority investors. Okay. So this also please underline, strengthen the interest of the minority investors, and for the first time legislates the role of whistleblowers. Please raise your hands who are aware about whistleblowers. Please raise your hands if you are aware. Whistleblowers. Anyone? Had you heard this word earlier? Okay. Yes, Digant? First of all, being an employee, where you will go? If you are in employment, so say suppose somebody is doing wrong, you will go to management first. First of all, you will go to management. Okay. Yes. So that is called the whistleblowers. Means if in a company, I can say in layman language, bitching. Okay. In your home, if sibling is doing any wrong, to whom you are going? To parents. You are bitching. You want that something should be there, any penalty. Mom should give one अच्छा जोरदार थप्पड़, right? That's why Digant, you are aware about it. So whistleblowers is what, guys? The one who will blow the whistle against any fraud and wrong in the company. Okay. And so any employee, any person who is there in the company, they will go to the promoter or head of department that these wrong are happening in your company. You should take care about this. If they are not listening, you can even go to the regulators also. You can complain to regulators also. Now in a company, whistleblowers, if in a company Digant had said something up, so Digant had said, and Darren's against that Darren, say suppose. So now if Darren will say something to Digant and he will like do any enemy kind of thing, then who will save Digant? So there are whistleblowers policies in the companies, guys, that who will tell us about any kind of fraud and wrong thing in the company, we will take care of you. It will be secret. It will not disclose that who had complained it. Okay. So even for the bitching also, there are law in the companies. Are you getting? So in 2013 they brought, if anybody will remind or anybody will point out on any kind of wrong thing, so we will protect that person. Okay. That person will be totally protected and no harm will be happen to that person. So freely they can come to the promoter and they can come to the owner and they can complain about it. Okay. That is called the whistleblowers. Everybody got it? Any confusion? Next class I am going to ask you guys. So if you are not getting, please ask me. I will explain you again. Whistleblower. Everybody got it? New versus new. Okay. Because this chapter is new to everyone. Okay. So whistleblowers and provision related to class action suit. What is the meaning of suit? Dhanalakshmi. Suit is what? Suit. Apeksha. Varuni. Suit is what? That's why I told, don't score 99. 94. Yes, Srishti? Suit. S-U-I-T. What is suit? Pooja? No? Yes? Omkar? Yes? Yes. Huh. Filing a case. Filing a case against anyone. Filing a case against anyone. Please note down there. Anyone. Filing a case against anyone. Company can file a case against any third party. Any person can file a case against company. Okay. So suit means what? Filing a case. Okay. Does this enactment seek to make our corporate regulations more contemporary? What is contemporary then? This is the basic English. No legal term. What is contemporary? Yes. South India. हाँ? पता नहीं है. अच्छा आता है पर बताना नहीं आ रहा है. Contemporary. Any dancer is here. Contemporary dance form is also there. Had you heard? Not heard. What you guys are doing? You are so indulged in studying CA foundation. Yes, what is contemporary, guys? Yes, bolo. No. Contemporary is what? Every day in our country and in environment there are changes or not? Every day new technologies are coming. Okay, with the growth, every situation is changing very fast. That is called contemporary. Okay, so when they brought 1956 was not able to handle that changes. That's why they brought 2013. Okay, so they brought 2013 to make our corporate regulations more contemporary so that it will match with the growth of the country. Did you get this paragraph? So how many new things you learned? Are you getting? It was there in your second PUC? It was there? Lakshmi, it was there? You are right now second PUC. Okay, now I will not ask you question. She will tell I sat here आराम से. Why ma'am is asking? Because you are एकदम मेरे सामने हो आप. ठीक है. So did you get this? So this paragraph is telling about Companies Act 2013 replaced 1956, brought new things. What new things are there? The new policies, whistleblower policies, class action, suit. Then it is matching to the contemporary situation in our economy or in our country and environment. Okay. So next is what? Applicability of Companies Act 2013, where it will apply. Fine. The provision of the act shall apply to companies incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. What is the previous company law? Yes, Aishwarya? Previous company law? 1956. Aishwarya, where is your concentration? So, what is the meaning of incorporation, guys? What is the meaning of incorporation? Yes? Company incorporation. Company incorporation is what? Under that. Yes, formation of company. Very good, Varuni. Formation of company, guys. Please note down. If we will use this word, incorporation means formation of company, making of company. Okay, making of company. So company is incorporated under this act. This act means Companies Act 2013 or under any previous company law means 1956. So this Companies Act will apply to all the companies incorporated under 2013 and companies incorporated in 1956. Second is, this Companies Act will apply to insurance companies also. Insurance companies, except where the provision of said act are inconsistent with the provision of Insurance Act 1938 or the IRDA Act 1999. So guys, already for the insurance companies, there are one special act is there. Which act? Insurance Act 1938. Fine. But we are talking where this Companies Act will applicable. Fine. So Companies Act will applicable to insurance companies also. But to how much extent it will be applicable? Now the new word came, inconsistent. What is the meaning of inconsistent? Inconsistent, guys? Anyone? Not stable, no. Consistent and inconsistent. Irregular and opposite. Consistent means which is favoring, you are talking in that favor, but inconsistent which is not matching, you are talking against. Okay, so in Companies Act and in Insurance Act, say suppose for insurance company there are specific act, Insurance Companies Act, Insurance Act 1938. So first the insurance company will follow which act, guys? Companies Act or Insurance Act? They will follow Insurance Act. Then what is not matching with Companies Act, we will not follow that. So whatever will be inconsistent, we will not apply to insurance companies. Otherwise, if it is matching with Insurance Act, then that provisions we will apply. Okay, so Companies Act will be applied to insurance companies also, except where the provision, except, please underline, except. So in these cases we will not apply where the provision of the said act are inconsistent with the provision of the Insurance Act. If it is opposite to Insurance Act, then we will not apply that. Then same like Insurance Act, we are having Banking Act. Okay, so banking companies, it will apply to banking companies, but banking companies are having the different regulation. What is that? Banking Regulation Act 1949. Okay, so except where the provision of the said act are inconsistent with the provision of Banking Regulation Act. So what are inconsistent? It will not be applicable. Otherwise Companies Act will be applicable to Banking Regulation Act also. Okay, next is what? Companies engaged in the generation of supply of electricity. So even there are Electricity Act, separate Electricity Act, Specific Act, we used to say it Specific Act. Okay, so for electricity also there is a separate act, guys. So what is inconsistent, it will not apply, otherwise it will apply. Then any other company governed by any special act for the time being in force. If any other special acts are there, Companies Act will apply, like how it is applying to insurance, how it is applying to banking. Next is such body corporate which are incorporated by any act for the time being in force and as the central government by notification specify in this behalf. So do you know the central government is having their own book? How any colleges are giving you prospectus? You are getting the brochure of the things. If say suppose you wanted to know about the Rotary Academy, there will be a brochure, all details will be there. Like that, guys, there is official gazette. Official gazettes are that is the journal of the government. Okay, whatever government wanted to notify to the public, they will write in that book. Okay, so till now we had seen these are the acts where Companies Act will apply, but in future, if government want that Companies Act should be applied to these specific act, so who will give the notification? Central government will give the notification. Where they will give the notification? Concentration is not there. Yes, where you lost, guys? Yes, where they will give the notification? In which book? Official Gazette, that is the book of the government. So whatever they wanted to notify to public, they will mention there. Got it? So these are the things where the Companies Act will apply. Now what is the meaning of company? Now you already seen company meaning and its features. So something which you are already knowing. Let's see that. Meaning, according to Chief Justice Marshall, a corporation is an artificial being. Company is a natural person or artificial person? Artificial person. Okay, so a corporation, we are using word here body corporate, we are using corporation, we are using companies. These are the similar words. Okay, so a corporation is an artificial being, invisible. Can you know? So ABC Limited. Can you touch that ABC Limited? Can you touch that? You can touch the building. ABC Limited name is there. Can you touch that? So it is intangible, invisible and existing only in the contemplation of law. It is where it is you had made the company in the contemplation of law. Some laws are applied, then you had made a company. So only it will seen in the law. So where, if you are registering your company, where the name will appear, guys? Where the name will appear? Registrar of company. If you are making a company, your name will appear in the registrar of companies, that is ROC. Are you getting? ROC. ROCs are the regulators. Very good. So ROC is the regulator. So your name will be there in the ROC register. Being a mere creation of law, it possesses only those properties which the charter of its creation confers upon it, either expressly or as accidental to its very existence. So whether a company is existing or not, it will be there in the ROC and in the law. Okay. In the words of Professor Henny, a company is an incorporated association. As I said, incorporated association. What is the meaning of Danyata? Incorporated formation. Okay. So incorporated association, which is an artificial person created by law, having a separate entity with the perpetual succession and common seal. Who are aware about these features, perpetual succession, common seal? Yes, sir. Jivita, had you heard about this? Perpetual succession, common seal, everybody had heard? Second PUC student, had you heard features of the company? Please raise your hands. How many people had heard about the features of the companies? Ritika, yes. Ankita, Lakshita, what happened? Companies you had not studied. No issues. That's why at foundation I say no, for foundation level face-to-face classes are very, very important. Okay. So whatever you had missed, no worries. We are taking up each and every line, every concept, every word. Okay, na? So don't get fear that we are not doing. That doesn't mean you have another 6 months to learn and register in your mind. Fine. It's okay. So separate entity. So guys, when I'm talking about partnership, who will make the partnership? Partners will make the partnership. So partnership firm and partners are separate, or they are separate from the partnership, or they are like firm and partners are same. But if a company you are taking, how you will become the member or shareholder? Had you heard about shareholder? Everybody had heard. If you are buying a share of a company, you will become the shareholder. The other word is member. You will become the member of the company. Okay. So say suppose you had purchased share of Reliance company. So whether you and Reliance company same? No, you are separate from the company. Company is having their separate legal entity. Are you getting everyone? Separate legal entity. So the members are separate and companies are separate. Okay. So are you the agent of each other? Are you the agent? If company had done anything wrong, whether you will be liable for that? No. Because of which feature? Separate legal entity. But in partnership firm, if partnership firm had done any kind of wrong thing, so partners will be separate or what? Liable for that. Everyone is knowing that? Or right now, did you get that, Srishti? Members and shareholders are separate from the companies. Okay. Company is artificial person and members are the natural person, guys. If you are buying the share of a company, that doesn't mean if company had done fraud, you are liable for that. Are you getting? So which feature is separating you guys? Separate legal entity. Okay. And what is perpetual succession? Yes, Zubia. Perpetual succession means what? So if once you made a company, guys, it will be forever till the time you had started a company with law or not, incorporated a company with law. Then how? If you are starting a shop, you can close it from that day. But if you started a company with the law only you can close, otherwise it will not close. So perpetual succession means it will go forever till the time you will not close it by law. And what is that procedure, Aishwarya? What is that procedure of closing the company by law? What is that procedure? Yes, Aishwarya, what happened? Huh? Winding up. So reply no properly. Yes. Winding up. Winding up, had you heard? Everyone? Winding up is the procedure. You can close the company, otherwise your company will, the name will be there in the ROC and it will be forever. Okay. Or if any member will come and go, it will not impact on the company. Company will go forever. That is called the perpetual succession. And common seal. Earlier the common seal of the companies. Okay. The definition sums up the meaning as well as the feature of company succinctly, that is company, features of company. I have to see this. The meaning. Anybody knows this meaning? Anyone? The features of the meaning as well as the features of the company successfully. Sounds of meaning is completely. Completely. Okay. So this definition, a company is an incorporated association which is an artificial person created by law having separate entity with the perpetual succession and a common seal. Okay. However, the act defines the term company a bit differently. Act, Companies Act, section 2 subsection 20. How we will read this, guys? Section 2 subsection 20. Section 2 subsection 20. Okay, so section 2 subsection 20 of the Companies Act 2013 defines the term company. Company means a company incorporated under this act. This act means 2013, and under the previous company law, that is Companies Act 1956. Companies means company incorporated, as well as we shall progress under the chapter, the meaning of the term company will be understood by the student. Further we will see, the act is telling, further you will go, you will understand the meaning of company. Okay. Features of the company: separate legal entity, legally separate from the member or shareholders. Perpetual succession means change in the members does not affect existence of company. Say suppose Mr. Ram had taken the share of that ABC Limited. Now Ram is shifting to Mr. Shyam. Whether it will impact to company? Company will go forever, perpetual succession. Then what is the meaning of limited liability, guys? The new student, do you know how many people know the limited liability? Please raise your hands. Otherwise I have to tell you this concept. How many people knows about it? Limited liability. Anusha and Varnika. Anusha, can you tell me? Sorry, risk is low, limited. Okay. Yes. Yes, Varna. Members are not liable for company's liability. Then for what they are liable? Okay. Okay. And their personal asset they have not to involve, but there is some liability, no? How you are becoming a member of that company? How you had become? If you wanted to become the member of the company, what you have to do? You have to buy the share. How much share you should buy? At least one share. If you will buy, you will become the member or shareholder of the company. Okay. So say suppose that one share is for one. Say suppose you had bought 100 share. Okay. So that 100 share value is how much? 1 lakh rupees. Okay. That 100 share value is how much? 1 lakh. Fine. Now when they had allotted you share, allotment is what? In your name, company is transferring the share. Okay. In that case, say suppose at that time how much you had paid? You had paid 50k. How much you had paid, guys? 50k. Where it goes, this paid up share capital? You had seen in your balance sheet paid up share capital. What is that paid up share capital? Paid up share capital. The amount paid on the shares. That is called the paid up share capital. Okay. Now how much amount is pending? Say suppose this shares taken by Mr. A. Mr. A had taken 1 lakh rupee share, 50k he had paid, and how much unpaid amount, guys? Another 50k is unpaid amount. So this unpaid amount is called your liability till the time the company is alive. So anytime company can ask you how much money. If company have lot of debts, 10 lakh rupees debt, company can ask you beyond 50k. Can they ask you beyond 50k? They can ask you sell your property, sell your car and bring money to me. No. So your liability is to the extent of this 50k. That is called the limited liability, guys. Did you get, everyone? What is limited liability? Your liability is to the extent of how much share? Unpaid amount on that share. That unpaid amount, please note down. So any point of time, company can ask you this. If they need capital, they will call you. They will give you the call that you pay your unpaid amount, or at the time of winding up, they can ask you this 50K unpaid amount, but not beyond that. That is called the limited liability. Got it, everyone? Okay. In partnership, the liability is not limited. It is unlimited. Okay. You have to, if the partnership firm is having losses, you have to bring by selling your own property also. Are you getting? So in companies, you have not to bring, because you are separate from the, you are liable for the only unpaid amount. Okay. Next is what? Artificial juridical person. So artificial person, company can act, this I had covered, no, limited liability. So company can act through human agency only. Company is an artificial person, okay, and you are the natural person. Fine. So it is run through the human agency. Now guys, in a company, anybody can tell me, in a company, who manage the affairs of the company? Danyata, who manage the affairs of the company? Directors? Yes. What we say? What we say to them? Board of directors. Board of directors manage. In the board of director, they are the whole time director, independent director, okay, non-executive director, chairman. These all people will be there in the board of director. So in a company, they will select the, say suppose we all are the shareholders, right? It is not necessary that director should also be shareholder. Are you getting? So you will choose the director to manage the company, to understand the company, and you being a CFO, you will also be the part of that. You will be invited to the board of director. Company secretaries are, they conduct only board meetings and all. Okay. So CFO, MD, CFO, CS and CEO, these people are called KMP, key managerial personnel. They take the strategic decisions of the company. What is the meaning of strategy? Strategy means the high-end decision for the growth and all, that is taken by the board of director and professional like a CA and CS. Okay. So who manage the company, guys? The board of director manage the company. Fine. So they are the natural person. Now company to ABC Limited, okay, legal entity is there. They are artificial person. They can buy their own property. Company can buy own property. Company can open the account in its own name. Company can file a suit against any person, but for these things, company needs some natural person to do these activities, and board of director or management are called that person. They are managing the company. Did you get? Now being a shareholder, say suppose you had taken the Reliance shares, 10 shares you are having. So are you sitting there to manage the affairs of the company? You are the shareholder only. Okay, you are the shareholder. Then you will say, ma'am, how we will participate? At what time you will participate, guys? In a year, once there will be a meeting, that is called the annual general meeting. Please note down, new student, AGM, annual general meeting. That time company call all the shareholders to participate in the affairs of the company. There are some businesses they discuss, ordinary businesses. On that you have to give your recommendation and your vote also. That is AGM. Okay. So companies can act through human agency only. So who are that human agency? Board of director. Okay. And companies can contract in the name of ABC Limited. You can do the contract with any party. Contract are, what is the meaning of contract? If you wanted to start any kind of business, if you wanted to buy a property, so in contract there will be two parties. So say suppose ABC Limited wanted to buy the technology and ABC Limited wanted to do a contract for the technology. Okay. So for that technological company, say suppose PQR. Okay. So company can do the contract in its own name. ABC Limited had made the contract with PQR. Say suppose ABC Limited is entering into the contract for technology, guys. Okay, and that company is PQR Limited. So they came into the contract. Fine. So in its own name, ABC Limited can do. If ABC Limited buy its own property, it can buy in its own name or not? In its own name. Okay, there is no need to buy in the name of members or shareholders. Okay. So company can contract, sue, company can file a case against this PQR Limited if any situation happened. Okay, ABC Limited can file a case against any third party. Okay, then and it can be sued by its own name, and any third party or PQR Limited can also file a case against ABC Limited. Got it? So these are the features, guys. Please look at this. 10 seconds, take 10 seconds. Let me know what are these features. See, you should understand there is only 55% criteria to enroll for the CA. So you should you should waste your all time and you should restore your energy to do chartered accountancy. So still the one who are there in the PUC? Yes. If you are bringing 98, 99, it's a spirit in you to win, guys. That is an attitude developing in yourself, that you can conquer anything 100%. That is a habit of that. So I appreciate how much you brought, what was the requirement, what they taught, you brought that. But in professional courses, it doesn't work actually. Fine.